Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning for another news update for Saturday, October 11, 2025. And I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, men killed in police operations targeting Commodore killers identified. The police have identified the two men who were fatally shot in separate alleged armed confrontations in St. Catherine on Thursday. One of the men is 37-year-old Marlon Huter, otherwise called Benji, of Main Street, Yuaton, St. Catherine, and the 35-year-old mechanic Lorne Brown, otherwise called the 10, of Jupen, Bogwalk, St. Catherine. The police say about 5:38 a.m., police personnel went to Knowles in search of wanted persons. Upon entering a premises, the police say the team was challenged by Huter, who was armed with a gun. The police reportedly took evasive action and fired, injuring him. The police say they seized an M16 rifle affixed with a magazine loaded with 7 rounds of 5.56 caliber rounds. Huter was taken to the Linstead Hospital where he succumbed to his injuries. Meanwhile, later that morning, the police were on operation in Grange Lane, Portmore, St. Catherine, when they intercepted a vehicle. The occupants reportedly fired on the police, who took evasive action and fired, injuring Brown. The police say a Browning 9mm pistol affixed with a magazine containing 3 rounds of ammunition was seized from him. He was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The Independent Commission of Investigations is probing both matters. The police have said the two men were connected to Sunday night's deadly mass shooting in the Commodore district of St. Catherine, which claimed 5 lives, including 4-year-old Shannon Gordon, and left 4 others injured. Soldier allegedly involved in road rage incident in police custody. The Jamaica Defense Force soldier who was involved in the now viral road rage video in which a firearm was brandished is currently in police custody. The news understands that a question and answer session is expected shortly. The police say the man in question will remain in police custody after he reportedly turned himself in on Friday. Acting Superintendent of Police in charge of St. Andrews Central, Mark Harris, said that charges are expected based on the evidence the police have so far. The road rage incident reportedly occurred on Monday. The incident, involving a gray sport utility vehicle and a white Toyota Probox, reportedly began along Eastwood Park Road in the jurisdiction of the St. Andrews Central Police, where a car chase ensued and climaxed along sections of Constant Spring Road in the St. Andrew North Police Division. The news gathered that the Probox hit the SUV and allegedly failed to make a complete stop before driving away. Checks by the news on Monday revealed that the person who brandished the firearm was a soldier. The Firearm Licensing Authority intervened and confiscated the weapon on Wednesday. The FLA also said a formal probe has been launched into the matter. The authority also reminded licensed firearm holders that if investigations find them liable of using their weapon contrary to the rules and the guidelines, the board will immediately revoke their permits. Duo accused of illegal firearm and ammunition possession remanded. 2 persons charged in connection with the seizure of an illegal gun and ammunition in Portmore, St. Catherine last month have been remanded to appear in the gun court on October 17. Those charged are 24-year-old Martina Shim and 32-year-old Javon James, both of Portsea Road, Portmore, St. Catherine. Shim and James are answering to charges of possession of prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. They appeared before the Senior Parish Court Judge Janelle Nelson Gale on Friday. It is alleged that about 5 a.m. on September 27, police personnel attached to the Special Operations Unit, armed with a search warrant, conducted an operation at Portsea Road. During the search of a house, a 6 Sawyer 9mm pistol affixed with a magazine containing 16 rounds of cartridge was allegedly discovered. The police say a further search revealed 4 additional rounds. Shim and James were arrested on suspicion of breaches of the Firearms Act. They were charged after being interviewed in the presence of their legal representatives. The duo is being represented by attorneys Peter Champagny and Richard Lynch. No success so far in search for missing Jayden Smith. The search for missing 7th grader Jayden Smith has yielded no results on Friday, despite the efforts by emergency teams and the community members. Members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, along with the K9 team, conducted a major search operation in Wales and Manchester to locate the Manchester High School student who has been missing for 2 weeks. The search was called off about 2:30 p.m. The coordinated effort follows extensive ground operations by local police, relatives, and the community members over the last few days. Deputy Superintendent Dennis Simpson, officer in charge of criminal investigations for the Manchester Police, said a raft of resources have been deployed to return the child to his family.
Over the period, we'd have exhausted a lot of efforts in locating Jayden. There are several sightings reported to the police. We would have exhausted all these sightings. All these efforts so far came up futile. Today, we're just extending our efforts in Wales District, Newport, where Jayden resides. We have support, drone support. Today we have support from cadaver dogs. We are just using all the resources available to us in advancing our efforts in locating Jayden. On a day-to-day basis, information comes into us, which we have exhausted, and we are also of the view that persons are relating information that is not true. There are a lot of pranks coming in, so I want to use this medium just to advise the public, not to make prank calls. This is a very serious matter. We'll leave no effort unturned until, we locate Jayden. And Jayden, if you are out there, I just want you to come into the police, come into your relatives. They are concerned.
Jayden was reportedly spotted near Mandeville earlier this week, and his disappearance has sparked growing concern among residents and relatives. His guardian, Anne-Marie Thompson, has denied the speculation that the family is responsible for him failing to return home. Ms. Thompson is adamant that he was not harmed by any member of the family.
Why would we hurt Jayden? I took Jayden in. When I took Jayden, Jayden was not even immunized. Everything I did for Jayden. And I would not put Jayden over Zaire or Zaire over Jayden. I love all of them. I grow other children. Jayden's bigger brother is also living here where I helped to grow that child. And Roshane is what? About 25. So why would I hurt Jayden? And I want people to stop, because we are not criminals. We are not murderers. We love Jayden with all our hearts. The time that you're wasting on social media, help us to find Jayden. Help us to pray. Help us to find Jayden instead of spreading rumors and...
Policeman hospitalized after being hit from motorcycle. A policeman has been hospitalized in serious condition after he was struck from his motorcycle by a motor vehicle along Marcus Garvey Drive on Friday afternoon. The mishap occurred after midday. The police is attached to the Public Safety and the Traffic Enforcement Branch. Judge Ruth Lawrence died from poisoning, post-mortem finds. A post-mortem performed on the body of Trelawney Parish Court Judge Ruth Lawrence revealed that she died from poisoning. The news was informed that the pathologist found that the judge died from the consumption of a toxic chemical. There were no marks of violence on the body. The post-mortem exercise was conducted on October 2, a day after Judge Lawrence reportedly ingested a toxic chemical at her home in Coral Springs Village. The 59-year-old jurist was reportedly found in distress in the bathroom by her husband, who later transported her to the Falmouth Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. The Major Investigations Division and the Criminal Investigations Branch are probing the incident. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.